Yeah, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. I want to speak to you about a skill that is so much in high demand. I've talked about this in my previous videos, and it's no other one than data analytics. Data analytics is a skill that anyone that possesses it will and cannot ever be hungry, especially in the world that we now live in, that you can work remotely right from the comfort of your bedroom. You can offer services to clients in faraway Japan, faraway United States, in Canada, and in anywhere for that matter. So today, I want us to discuss the concept of z-test. First of all, my name is Maxwell Uduapeme. I am an academic researcher, data analyst, psychometrician, and electronics technology education expert. Like I said, I want us to discuss about z-test. Again, before I go further, I would like to invite you to please subscribe to my channel, M-Scholar, where I dish out content on a regular basis discussing about issues bordering on freelancing, working remotely. And for those of you who might not understand what freelancing is the type of job that you do that allows you a lot of freedom. You can work for as many clients that you have the energy and time to work for, and you are not bound by any law to stick to any particular client. You can check my channel for videos I have done on how to set up shop in places or on websites that gives you the leverage to meet with clients. But today, let me just stick to the subject at hand. What I want to discuss about is z-test. Z-test is a statistical test that is used to determine whether two population means are different when their variances are known and the sample size is large. Z-test is very similar to t-test, and for those of you who are aware, usually while we were back in school, we were told that you use t-test for samples that are 30 or fewer, and anything above 30 you use z-test, provided the groups that you are studying are only but 2. So you can use t-test, you can use z-test, but you use z-test when your samples are 31 or more. So z-test can be used to test a hypothesis in which the z-statistics follows a normal distribution. That means that the sample, the scores or results that you have are in a bell shape, which is called the normal distribution. It is used to compare the sample means to the population mean when the population variance is known. This is particularly useful when doing some work on hypothesis testing. It can be used to find out whether the two population means are statistically different from each other. So, for instance, if you are, carrying out a market, what do they call it, business analytics, job and you have gone out to collect data from your population. Your population has something to do, for instance, with men and women regarding their opinion with respect to a particular product. If you want to check to see whether there is a statistically significant difference between the opinion of the males from the females, and of course, if you have your sample is more than 30, you can use z-test. So it's basically used to find out whether there is a statistically significant difference between two groups. And I want to show you how you can do perform this analysis using the tool you already have in your computer. If you are using a Windows device, you already have, to the best of my knowledge, you already have Microsoft Office installed in your computer. And that means you have access to Microsoft Excel. So we're going to flip over now to Microsoft Excel. This is Microsoft Excel. If you do not understand these, you just do pay attention. These vertical arrangements are called attributes, or you can call them columns. So you have column A, column B, and this horizontal is called rows, and in each of the cells you may say you have what we call records. So in this particular example we're having here, we want to see if there is a statistically significant difference between the performance of a set of students, the same set of students, in English language and in civic education, to know whether there is a significant difference between these two groups. So what you do to perform this analysis is you come over to the data tab of your Excel and you move over down to data analysis. Data analysis, you scroll down to z-test. You can see z-test. So I pick z-test and you hit on OK, and it opens up this environment for you. So for the first variable, which is English language, you highlight the samples or the entries or records all the way from the very first, that's the second row there. And then you basically copy the address. That means A2 down to A350. Then you move over to the second variable. Then you impute the range. You can do that manually, but I've just simply used the shortcut, the computer shortcut for that. So it is B2 to B350. Then I can come over to my output range, select the output range, click here in the space, and then let the computer know where your results will be pasted. After you have done that, you simply hit on OK. Okay, we will have to enter a mean. Let's say we have a variance of 1.2, and let's say this one, the variance is 1.5. That we ought to have taken care of before we hit it. So you run your analysis. What you have here is the z-test of two samples for the means. So you can see the means for variable 1, this is for variable 2. The known variance which we already imputed. Let me keep opening it so that alright, so this is the mean of the variance we imputed, 1.2, 1.3, And the observations, as you may have noticed earlier, is 349 observations. We did not hypothesize any mean difference. That's why it's showing 0 here. If we had entered any value, that would have shown us. And this is the z-statistic, which is 12.88 approximately. And these are other statistics that you have here. As you can see, the z-statistics is far greater than the z-critical, which is 1.96. And this shows that there is a significant difference between the two means. That's it. You see, this is how you do perform your Z analysis using Microsoft Excel. Again, if you do find this content interesting and you want to continue to enjoy the stuff that you have here, please hit the subscribe button as well as the notification button so that you will be among the very first persons to be notified when next I upload a video like this. If you know of anyone, a friend of yours or a family member who you think this content will be beneficial to, please do not hesitate to share the link to this video with them. Thank you very much. Until I come your way again, remember to hit the subscribe button. Peace.